she's going to either demand a recount.
Yeah, I do another quick live on this. I missed Jedidiah's. I missed his live stream.
Some of that nature. I just feel like she's going to find a way to try to stop the process.
It's adorable when y'all tag me in. I was at work.
Her typical complaints.
Come on.
I think she's not visible. You haven't seen her. She's not at the polls. She ain't coming to court. She's not doing nothing.
I got tagged in.
Well, when
this is gonna be quick,
and you don't really have a leg to stand on, what can you say?
Oh boy,
you can't say, "Oh, they rigged the election," because now we're in early voting, and the people.
I got tagged in Jedidiah's live,
so there's no rigging that you can do. There is no.
What happened?
We already know you're going to be a write-in for Thornton Township, so we know that. If she even registered with the Cook County Board of Elections to even be a
I'm listening to Jedidiah's live he had earlier.
That we don't even know if she even registered, which I believe the deadline was last month.
I got tagged.
Registered with the Cook County Board of Elections to be a write-in candidate. So there's that.
Hey.
I just think she's at the end of her rope. She's trying to devise and come up with a plan.
This is from Jedidiah's live, y'all. Somebody tagged me and was like, "Where you at?" I was like, "I'm at work. I had to work today." Sorry.
Where's LadyLuckClub? We haven't seen her in a while.
Hopefully she's gone somewhere minding her business.
You know what's crazy, though?
Not even.
I'm sorry.
Child.
I just need to get this one thing out. Do you all know that Andrew Holmes has had since September to respond to this lawsuit? Since September.
Yes, I knew that.
Year.
Yep.
I knew that. You brought that up because I'm as much as I want to hold space.
And he was given more time than usual than the courts allow within court rules. I mean, typically you get 30 to 45 days to respond to allegations in a lawsuit. He's at 5 months. So he's just stalling at this point. This isn't about money. It's a stall tactic. He already had an attorney do an order of entry back in January. That's in the court docket. So why in the hell is Solomon? Why is Solomon on the case now? All of a sudden, what happened to the other attorney? I haven't seen a motion to have counsel withdraw. Well, I don't. Hey, y'all. Hey. He had 5 months to respond.
I am holding space for you. I have a hard time holding space for Andrew Holmes in this situation because, like you said, he had months to respond. And then if you listen to the Zoom court, Matt Solomon said, "Oh, like you said, he just took on the role of his attorney, and the only time I got to talk to him was last night." So
what?
I guess Matt Solomon and Andrew Holmes spoke last night.
What's going on?
And I guess they came up with, "Oh, my girlfriend's daughter died. Let me run the sympathy."
First of all, his whoever's partners is her daughter. That, I mean, he should have notified the court when it first happened, not weeks before he was supposed to go to court today. Like this happened weeks ago, right? He should have notified the courts then, 3 weeks ago when it first happened, because it makes it seem as if, you're just stalling right now. And for Solomon's incompetent ass to just hop on the case today out of nowhere, just showed up for court and just decide to represent him, all it is stalling. It's a stall tactic because he hadn't even submitted an order of entry. And there is already an order of entry on he who will not be named in the LLC. So all of this is stalling. And that, I mean, honestly, I'm just trying to figure out at this point, what do they think is going to happen? Because, I mean, to have the most incompetent attorney show up out of nowhere and then say, "I'm going to represent him." Does he not? He already has representation. So what happened to that one? And then for the judge, just after 5 months, to still not allow this man to be held accountable for producer responses, when typically the turnaround time you get ideally would be like 30 to 45 days, not 5 months. And when you ask for a continuance for time to respond, you can ask for an extension. Court rules say you only get 1 or 2 times to ask. It has to be a dire reason. So you just can't keep going to court saying, "I need more time to respond." Why? Nope. And Neil Duke's attorney needs to object to any motion for continuance. He needs to object to that. back to it. They've had 5 months to respond to the allegations itself. And then to have another attorney brought on who didn't even file an order entry when he came up and showed up and just said, oh, I'm his attorney now, I need a continuation. Fania's attorney should have said, nope, we object to that. It is not my client's fault that he just decided to show up out of nowhere. He's had 5 months to respond. This case has been, and that we proceed forward. The end. That's it. That's how that should have went. Not have the judge give a continuance because Max Solomon decided to just hop on the case out of nowhere when he hadn't even filed an order entry. Of course, he's not going to be familiar with the case. He's a new attorney. But so what? This is a stall tactic. This is what they do to prevent the case from moving forward, and there are court rules to prevent that from happening, especially when you can tell it's been done with ill intent. None of this is being done in good faith. And then the man is lying about just losing somebody when that happened weeks ago, when he should have notified the court weeks ago through his counsel that he's experienced, a loss of a loved one. Not wait until the day of the hearing 2 or 3 weeks later. The judge should not have even granted that continuance. This is crazy.
That's my
I was actually looking forward to this because hell.
You knew he needed legal representation. You looked for it and found a way.
There's an order of entry on file already for he who will not be named.
But this is what happens when you operate.
It's already in the docket, so somebody was representing him.
All right,
Who was representing him previously? They haven't withdrawn from the case.
Another person, give them 1 minute. We ain't give you no time. We love you, man. 5011, welcome to Investigate and Advocate. You got 1 minute.
Okay, good. You know who it is.
Oh, Lord.
And so this is what I want to ask you, Jedidiah. You have a report with the trustees, your Clean House 2025. You're fully aware that on each agenda that imminent litigation is on there. And so since the board has control over Dalton, the Clean House 2025 trustees, why wouldn't they simply just settle Fania's case out of court because that is their jurisdiction? Why are they taking her through it when they pulled her to the forefront to politicize her pay?
Stop. No, first of all, it's not just Dolton, the village of Dolton. It's not the board of trustees named as the co-defendant. It's the village of Dolton. It's not the board of trustees. Who told you that, Trina? Look at the court document. It's not the board of trustees. Any other document where it involved the board of trustees, it would have board of trustees for village of Dolton, and then have each trustee named as a co-defendant or a co-petitioner in the case. You can just look at the court filing. They're not listed as a co-defendant. The board of trustees have nothing to do with this lawsuit. Regardless of whether or not they work, the village of Dolton does not just include the board of trustees. The board of trustees is a standalone legislative body. The village of Dolton includes the mayor position, which is the executive